Hi everybody, it's Kirsty Meakins from Naio Nails. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do gel extensions using a tip. So I have already prepared these two nails. So I've already removed the surface shine, and now what I'm going to do is size my tips. So these tips have got no well, so basically they have no contact area. So as you place it on, you could go as high or as low as you wanted to. We're going to go around there. Let me just get the next size down. So that's a 5. So we're going to get a 6 and have a look what that's like. I'll just tell you a little bit about tips and how they're sized. So you'll find that most tips either work from 1 to 10, or 0 to 9. These ones work from 1 to 9. So the big tips will always be number 1 or number 0. The small tips will always be number 9 or number 10. So as I said, I'm going to go down a size. If you look at these tips here, you can see that this is a size 5 and this one is a size 6. So the higher the number, the smaller the tip. So I'm going to check from side to side that we fit. And that does. Put that number 5 away. I'm using a clear tip because I'm doing gel. You can do gel on natural tips, but I like to do them on clear. So that all the rays from the LED or UV lamps can penetrate all around the gel. We've got a little bit of glue there. Can you see how you've got about 1 mil of glue, possibly 2 mil. I'm going to put that down nice and straight from side to side. And I'm just going to pinch those sides down, use the pinching tool. And I just need the tiniest bit of glue here. Let's really pinch those wings down now. So once that's on, we're going to cut the length of the tip. And the blade will always face you. Not this way. This is the correct way to do it. The blade facing you. I'm going to take off these sides here. It's going to help with filing. And what I'm going to gently do it gently. You don't want your tip to crack. Just gently start to pinch this tip, which will make it have more of a C curve and it'll give it more strength and it'll make it more narrow as well. So that's got a nice pinch on it. We're going to do exactly the same for the little finger as well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to blend this area here. And I'll start to do that with some acetone. I'm just going to rub across that area just to thin out the tip a little bit. Then with a soft file, I'm just going to blend that area. It doesn't have to be completely blended because it's very thin anyway. That contact area where it touches your natural nail is very thin. Because we're doing gel, I'm going to abrade all the way over the top of the tips so the gel adheres to the tip. This is something that you don't have to do with acrylic. What I'm going to do now is give it a wipe over so it's nice and clean, and then we're going to dehydrate, and then we're going to use the primer just on the natural nail. So what I'm going to do is a basic extension on this one. So we're just going to use the Sculpt and base gel. So you're going to take a little bit of base, work that in to the natural nail and the length of the tip. So this is just a thin lock-in layer of base. Cure that into the lamp. Now that's cured, I'm going to use the sculpting gel. So get your bead, place it sort of in the middle of the nail where the stress area is. You can start to work the product out over the nail. And I reckon we can do this nail in one bead. This is my challenge to myself, if I choose to accept it. Let's settle a little bit. So it will settle a little, but it's very good at staying where you want it. Okay, so I'm happy with that application, and I'm going to pop that into the UV lamp. So what I'm going to do is going to pop it into the lamp for 5 seconds, and then I'll pull it out as well for about 5 seconds, and that'll reduce the heat that's caused by the chemical reaction. So now I'm going to pinch that nail, pop the pinching tool on just to pinch that a little bit, doing that while it's warm, and as it cools it'll hold that pinch. I'm going to wipe over to remove the sticky layer with the gel residue wipe off solution. Just going to file the sides and the free edge, and then we're going to get the white block and go over. This is going to show us if there's any ditches anywhere or little dimples, any unevenness. Let's clean that up, and that's a basic extension, a basic gel extension. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop a bit of colour on there, and the colour that we're going to use is Sweet Romance. Is a nice soft pink. I'm going to go straight on with that colour now. You don't need to apply the base because you're going straight over the top of the gel. And we're going to do a couple of coats of that colour before we'll put the top coat on. So now I'm going to top coat with top and base from the Urban Graffiti gel polish range. And I'm going to cure that in the lamp now. So what I'm going to do now is wipe off that sticky layer and then finish with cuticle oil. So that's a basic way of doing a hard gel extension using a tip.